So I'm Mathieu, I'm the Deputy CEO of Ulule. Today we will talk about the use of crowdfunding at a local level and its impact on cities. Since the beginning, crowdfunding is well known for beautiful cultural, or artistic, or technological projects, some of which have become famous worldwide. But we also realize that many other projects have a very local impact. And I will try to share with you our experience on that particular topic. If you do not know already Ulule, we are a crowdfunding platform that enables to create creative, innovative, or charity projects to find funding and more because of the support of their community and the Ulule audience. I'll start by talking about the 5 Points Theater in Jacksonville, USA. For several years, this famous place was closed. Tim Massett was born in Jacksonville, and he was a cinema owner and operator. And in 2011, he decided to buy the 5 Points Theater and to give a new life to this place and put it at the very center of the city life of Jacksonville. He wanted to make it become a cinema, a concert hall, a restaurant, but to do so, Tim Massett and his wife needed $100,000, and they quickly realized that at that time it was very difficult to have a loan from the banks. And actually, it would be way easier to get help from the inhabitants, local, and the communities. The enthusiasm of Jacksonville inhabitants for the reopening of the 5 Points Theater was strong, and they wanted to know how they could get involved in this project. So project, enthusiasm, and the crowd, that was a magical recipe for Tim and his wife to launch a crowdfunding campaign. They decided to launch it on Ulule. This project had only American audience, and it was the first large-scale project, local project on Ulule, which is basically a French platform, but available in 6 languages. Almost 200 people supported this project in exchange of really nice and clever rewards. And for example, for $1,000, you could have a movie and eat popcorn for life at the 5 Points Theater. This example clearly shows the importance of communities around the project, particularly in projects with a strong local impact. And finally, raising money in a French platform was not a problem to success for this project. Even if we were already sure since the very beginning of Ulule of the strong link between crowdfunding and local projects, the story of the 5 Points Theater completely confirmed our intuitions. And from this point, we started to think about how to strengthen this link. I don't know if you know Auvergne. It's an area in the center of France, which has many economic activity based on industry. And today, this region is trying to diversify and foster new projects through Auvergne Nouveau Monde, which brings together NGOs and companies who want to help the development of this area. Today, they especially want to focus on the development of digital technologies. And crowdfunding seems to them a very efficient way to boost the development of projects. Since 2 years, we are working with Auvergne Nouveau Monde. We are working together to help funding local projects, which can be cultural, charity, or entrepreneurial. In 2013, 42 projects from Auvergne were launched on Ulule on September 2014, with a success rate of 68% and more than $1,700,000 collected on those projects. This partnership has given a more local visibility to all these projects and gave more strength to their communication. At the end, they reach more people in the Auvergne region, likely to give them on their projects. We have already presented the detail of this operation last year at the charfest, so I won't talk about it one more time. But one of the major advantages in this kind of campaign is the opportunity for brands to participate and to support local projects. And this kind of campaign can might involve three types of actors: the state, private companies, and citizens. This operation will start again in September 2014, but with an additional goal. Not only to support projects, but also to invite the citizens to vote for the projects and to highlight the most interesting ones. I took as an example Rally St. Louis, which was set up to support projects in this city. The Rally St. Louis project is the first of its kind to add crowdsourcing and crowdfunding. It's a crowdsourcing and crowdfunding platform that generates ideas and uses funding from the region's residents. This initiative is very interesting because it's close to the partnership we are carrying with Over Nouveau Monde. And even if we think that it makes more sense on a general platform like Ulule, because some of local projects are sometimes able to reach a much larger community and not only a local one. As an example, I will show you this project. It's a bookstore in a small city in France, it's a small city, it's Banon in the Luberon in the south of France. There are only 1,000 people in Banon. It's a small village, but it's one of the most beautiful bookstores in France, with a very large collections of books. And as you know it, supporting a bookstore today is not really something easy. At the time of online commerce on Amazon, it's not really a dream to have a bookstore. So this bookstore needed money to keep existing, and particularly to launch a website to sell books. They collected $50,000 in 60 days with the help of 800 people. As this bookstore is very famous in France, more than half of the contributors was coming from all around the country. So as you see, the scope of a very local project can also become national or even international for some projects. And the very local aspect is obviously very interesting and will keep being developed in Ulule in the future. And the next step for us is in June. We will launch Ulule.Paris. The city of Paris has been allowed by the ICANN to open domain names .Paris. And Ulule is proud to be one of the first 100 pioneers which will benefit of the first domain names .Paris, alongside prestigious economic actors like the Eiffel Tower, the Grand Palais, or even the subway. You have a metro.Paris. That's a new way for us and for Ulule to support and stimulate very local projects by giving them a greater visibility. To conclude, I will just give you, I will conclude by saying that the goal of a crowdfunding campaign is not only to raise some funds, but it's all about reaching the right audience for the right project. And crowdfunding at a local level has a great opportunities and perspectives to do that. And if you want to know a little bit more about us, here are just a few statistics. We already successfully funded 4,600 projects, and it's today $15.5 million collected. Thank you very much.